Hello and good morning. Right, today we're in Suffolk, your county, Suffolk. We're trying to get a few different counties going at the moment. Suffolk, which isn't far from where Mazzy lives. What is it, about 8 miles?
Yeah.
We're in a little village called Hartist, H-A-R-T-E-S-T, Hartist, and we're here to see the grave of a spectacular woman. Come with me. Right, what's happening with the trip? Because we've not been out, apart from the Liverpool trip, we've not been out this year. We've been, you could say lazy, but no, that's the wrong reason. Firstly, we've made a lot of changes. The trip, as I had it planned, was just taking too much time in editing, in updating the website, the forum, the charity, all that business. So I've had to condense it. So I've had to condense the trip. Now, what we've had to do is cancel the forum. We couldn't afford the forum. It was costing, I think, £18 a month. Not enough people were using it. A massive thank you to everyone who did put things on the forum. I've taken screenshots of everything, so I've still got all the data, but I've now closed the forum to save £18 a month. On top of that, I've changed the website over to a free website. So that's saving another £15 a month. It's still available at thetraveltroll.uk, same address, but it's a different website. And I've made it so that I don't have to keep going on it and updating it. So that's 2 changes. The third change is the charity. Unfortunately, I'm stopping all the charity work. It's just too much energy trying to get people to donate, and it's the same people who are donating all the time. I would like to give a massive thank you to everyone who has donated on this trip and on all previous trips. I think altogether we've raised, £64,000. So very happy, very proud, but I just can't continue doing that. I think it's spoiling the trip. It's spoiling what we're trying to do, which is give good videos. So that is ending, I'm afraid. And the reason we've not been going out is we simply haven't been able to afford it. We're just trying to get out when we can. I'd like to thank everyone who has donated, everyone who has sent us money personally through PayPal. There's been a couple of people who have sent money, and that's why we've got out today. So a massive thank you to you. I can't thank you personally because we've no signal here, and I can't get on my PayPal to see the names of them couple of people, so sorry about that. But big thank you. We're out today. Let me take you on a trip. So this is who we've come to see today, Violet. Violet Constance Jessop. Violet Jessop. She was born in Argentina in 1887. She was the oldest of, 9 children? 9 children, the oldest of 9 children in Argentina from Irish people. Some Irish went over to Argentina, they had 9 kids. The dad then died, and then Violet had to come back with a family back to England, and they came here. So Violet was now 16 and living in England. Her mother, she'd gone to be a stewardess on ships, you know, like cruisers and stuff, cruise ships. She were doing that, so poor Violet had to look after the youngest kid, because she was only very little. She was doing that, and she was at school, at a convent school, you know, like nun things. So that was Violet's life, she had to do that. But then she got fed up, she thought, you know what, I want a future, I want a career, I want to do what my mum did. Now, I think her mum died then, never mind, that's another story. And she wanted to do what her mum did, which was a stewardess on ships, cruise ships. So she did. So at age 21, she started going on cruise ships. Now, she found it very difficult to get the job, because in them days, stewardesses on ships were generally middle-aged to older ladies. She was 21 years old, and she was very, very pretty. Honestly, she was sexy. I really would. She was lovely. Sorry, but I would. She ain't you ain't got any competition, she's not here anymore, don't worry. But yeah, she was really nice. And they wouldn't give her the job. They says, no, you're too good looking, you're too young. It'd cause problems with the passengers. She said, I'll tell you what, I'll dress up old and I'll make sure I don't look fantastic. And that she did, and they gave her a job. And then in 1910, she went on the biggest luxury ship of its time, the RMS Olympic. Now, in 1911, September the 20th, she was on the ship, and something went wrong. It got hit by another ship, another British ship, HMS, which was it? Hawk. HMS Hawk, that's Hawk with an E on the end. The Hawk, oddly enough, was designed to smash into other ships and to sink them. That was what it was designed to do. But it did it by accident on a cruise liner. So the ship was badly injured, hurt, crashed, smashed. What's the word I'm looking for? Damaged. It was damaged. It was really badly damaged. So it started going back to port, and everyone on board survived. Luckily, it didn't sink. So that was a pretty scary thing for poor Violet to go through. It didn't end there. So that didn't deter Violet. She got another job on another ship. You might have heard of this one, HMS Titanic. She was on the Titanic. Oh yes. Now, you might remember, I think it was the 14th of April in 1912. She was 24 years old by now. The Titanic hit an iceberg and it went plop. Right? She was stood on the deck, waiting to see if she could get into a lifeboat or anything. And they says, right, you get into lifeboat 16. So she started going down the ladder into lifeboat 16, and a man came over, or was it a woman? No, a woman came over, sorry, with a baby. Says, here, hold this. Gave her the baby and walked off. Nobody knows to this day what that was all about, but here's Violet on a lifeboat with a little baby. Now, the lifeboat was saved. She got saved. She didn't die on the Titanic. She got saved by RMS Carpathia. And she was holding this baby. And then some other woman comes up to her, this random woman on the Carpathia, and says, thank you very much, grabs the baby and runs off. She doesn't even know if that was the baby's mother. So anyway, that was just a bit of an odd story. Anyway, she got saved and everything. She's living happily ever after. All's a good one. Everyone dies on Titanic, over 1,000 people, but she lives. You'd think she'd just go home and have, you know, retire, wouldn't you? She doesn't. Oh no, she goes on another ship. Yep, she goes on the HMHS Britannic. That's right. Now this was in November 1916, the 21st of November. It was a Red Cross ship, so it was a ship turned into a hospital, and she was working on there for the Red Cross as like a stewardessy type thing. Now, something happened to that as well. World War I was just starting, and it got hit by something. Now, they don't know if it went over a mine, or they don't know if a torpedo hit the ship. Something hit the ship. So they're all getting into lifeboats again, and she's thinking, oh, I've been here before. Getting a bit fed up of this, I keep getting wet. So she gets in this lifeboat, but the propeller's still going round on the ship, and it's sucking the lifeboats in and crushing them and killing everybody. Not good. And she sees that's going to happen to her, and she jumps out of the lifeboat into the water and tries to save herself by swimming to where she's going to swim to. I don't know, she's in the middle of the ocean. So 30 people died on the Britannic that day, but Violet didn't. She did get saved. She did get a nasty bang on the back of her head, and later in life she was told she actually fractured a skull during that when she jumped off the lifeboat, but she did survive. 3 ships, 3 famous ships, all went down, and she survived every one of them. What an interesting life. She still didn't retire, but eventually, after she did retire, she received a phone call, a very strange phone call. Someone just said on the phone, they said, "You were on the Titanic, weren't you?" She says, "Yes." This voice said, "I was the baby who you saved." And then they started laughing and put the phone down. Now, her biographer at the time, because she was writing books about her experiences, her biographer said, "It was just someone having a joke with you." She says, "That's impossible, because until this very moment, I've never ever told anyone that story." So the only person who could have known is the mother who had the baby, someone in that lifeboat who knew. And there was only one baby on the Titanic, on boat 16, should I say, called Assad Thomas, who was handed to Edwina Trout and later reunited with his mother on the Carpathia, which is where Jessop said someone came and grabbed the baby off her. So that sounds like a true story. So that's the story of Violet Jessop, a very, very interesting life. She became known as Miss Unsinkable, for obvious reasons, and she died in 1971, aged 84. She had a good life, and she's in this tiny little village. It's nothing here, it's like a ghost town. But yeah, whilst we were passing here, I just wanted to tell you the story about this remarkable woman. Catch you at the next one. We're off to a very picturesque little village now. Can't wait, I'm excited about it. What's it called?
Lavenham.
Lavenham. Lavenham. Let's go to Lavenham. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Mazzy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.